the jugular venous pulse or JVP. Regarding JVP, we have to see the normal pattern. It will be like this. It will be having a wave, X wave, C wave, X wave, V wave, and a Y wave. Okay. Regarding A wave, it is atrial contraction. Okay. A wave is meaning for atrial contraction. X wave for atrial relaxation. C for bulging of tricuspid valve with a ventricular contraction. X wave, downward movement of tricuspid valve with a ventricular contraction. V wave, passive atrial filling. And Y wave, atrial emptying with the opening of tricuspid valve. Okay, so regarding a JVP, you have to have a note of these things: A, X, C, X, V, Y. And A means atrial contraction, X means atrial relaxation, C means bulging of the tricuspid valve with a ventricular contraction, X means downward movement of the tricuspid valve with a ventricular contraction, V means passive atrial filling, and Y means atrial emptying with the opening of the tricuspid valve. Okay, the various forms in jugular venous pulse are: one is A wave. Okay, the thing you have to note regarding for your multiple choice question, for your competitive examination, the thing you must have to understand is that A wave is due to the distension produced by the right atrial contraction. Please keep this in your mind. A wave means due to the distension produced by the right atrial contraction. Please keep this in your mind. Don't forget. A waves means due to the distension produced by the right atrial contraction. And C wave are positive waves which are produced by the bulging of tricuspid valve into the right atrium during the right ventricular isometric contraction. Okay. Before going to these waves, you must have the thorough knowledge regarding the cardiac cycle and other things. Then you should have to have a clear-cut idea of JVP. You have to study the basic facts regarding the JVP. Then you have to go with this one, because otherwise you will not understand. But for your competitive exams, now I am sporting only the main points regarding JVP. So A wave, what is A wave? It is due to the distension produced by the right atrial contraction. Don't forget this thing, right atrial contraction. C wave. C wave are the positive waves. Are the positive waves produced by the bulging of tricuspid valve into the right atrium during right ventricular isometric contraction. Okay, right ventricular volumetric contraction. Isovolumetric contraction. During that period only C wave is being produced. Then coming to the V waves. Regarding V waves, due to the increasing volume of blood in the right atrium during ventricular systole when the tricuspid valve is closed. Okay, V waves are the one due to the increasing volume of blood in the right atrium during ventricular systole when the tricuspid valve is closed. Okay, is it clear? Okay, now you have to go with this thing, V waves. What I was mean by V waves, I am again repeating it. It is due to the increasing volume of blood in the right atrium during the ventricular systole when the tricuspid valve is closed. Okay, then coming to A to X descent. There will be a descent is there, A to X, from A wave to X wave. That descent in the graph you can see the descent from A to X. It is basically due to both atrial relaxation to the downward displacement of tricuspid valve during ventricular systole. Okay, it is due to both to the atrial relaxation and to the downward displacement of the tricuspid valve during ventricular systole. Two things are there. Then accentuated in, okay, it is accentuated in one, constrictive pericarditis. Second is cardiac tamponade. The third one is restrictive cardiomyopathy. Okay, accentuated in conditions. Which wave? A to X descent is accentuated in constrictive pericarditis, cardiac tamponade, and restrictive cardiomyopathy. That is very important. You have to keep this one. The other parts, it's okay, but this you have to do. A to X descent is accentuated in constrictive pericarditis, cardiac tamponade, and restrictive cardiomyopathy. Okay, reduced with A to X descent is reduced with the right ventricular dilatation. A to X descent is reduced with the right ventricular dilatation. Reversed with the tricuspid regurgitation. Okay. So A to X descent is accentuated in constrictive pericarditis, cardiac tamponade, and restrictive cardiomyopathy. It is reduced with the right ventricular dilatation and reversed with the tricuspid regurgitation. Okay, reversed with the tricuspid regurgitation. Then V2Y descent. We had now studied A to X descent. Now we will be going to V2Y descent. V2Y descent happens by the opening of tricuspid valve and a subsequent rapid inflow of blood into the right ventricle. Okay, is it clear? By the opening of the tricuspid valve and the subsequent rapid inflow of blood into the right ventricle. Which one? V2Y descent. Previously we were dealing with the A to X descent. Here it is V2Y descent. Due to the opening of the tricuspid valve, and immediately once it opens up, it will be immediately filling out. Okay, immediate inflow of the blood into the right ventricle. Okay, this is which one? V2Y descent. V2Y descent. It is accentuated in tricuspid regurgitation and constrictive pericarditis. Okay, this is accentuated in tricuspid regurgitation and constrictive pericarditis. Reduced. This wave is reduced with a tricuspid stenosis, right and atrial myxoma. Okay, MYXOMA, myxoma, which suggests for the obstruction to the right ventricular filling, which is suggesting for the obstruction to the right ventricular filling. What is the thing? V2Y descent is reduced in case of tricuspid stenosis. It can be right or atrial myxoma. Then it's which is suggesting for obstruction to the right ventricular filling. Is it clear? Okay. Now the next one is Y2A descent. Okay. Next is Y2A descent. Y2A descent is due to the continuous diastolic inflow of blood into the great veins, right atrium and ventricle, which are all in free communication with the diastole. Okay. Y2A descent is due to the continuous diastolic inflow of blood into the great veins, right atrium and the ventricle, which are all in free communication with the diastole. Okay, Y2A descent. Then A waves in jugular venous pulse. Okay, A waves in jugular venous pulse. Large A waves means tricuspid stenosis, pulmonary stenosis, and pulmonary hypertension. So large A wave suggests for what all conditions? Large A wave suggests for tricuspid stenosis, pulmonary stenosis, and pulmonary hypertension. And cannon A waves. Cannon A waves, regularly canonic fashion of A waves, suggesting for the junctional rhythm. During the junctional rhythm, regularly canonic waves will be suggesting for the junctional rhythm, and irregularity will be for the atrioventricular dissociation with the ventricular tachycardia. Then complete heart block, which is suggestive of complete heart block. Okay, then absent A wave means atrial fibrillation. Okay, absent A wave means atrial fibrillation. Okay. So in short, I will tell you what are the things. A wave means it is atrial wave. Keep this in your mind. A wave means it is atrial wave. C wave means it is closure wave. What are things? Carotid artery impact on the jugular venous pulse and retrograde transmission occurs. And V wave means ventricular wave, X wave, X descent, and Y wave means Y descent. X descent means down displacement of the tricuspid valve and atrial relaxation occurs. And Y descent, opening of the tricuspid valve. Okay, then it is A wave is absent in atrial fibrillation. Don't forget this thing. A wave is absent in atrial fibrillation, and X wave is absent in tricuspid regurgitation and atrial fibrillation. Then another things that you have to remember, just as a conclusion, I want to tell you the things that you have to remember regarding your competitive exams. Mainly one is Cannon waves. They are very large giant A waves seen in arrhythmias. Keep this in your mind. Cannon waves are very large giant waves which are seen in arrhythmias and regular in junctional rhythm and irregular in complete heart block. Keep this in your mind. Irregular in complete heart block. Multiple ectopies will be there. Atrioventricular dissociation with the ventricular tachycardia. These are the things you have to know regarding the Cannon waves. They are nothing but very large giant A waves seen in arrhythmias. Okay. In case of then next one you have to know is that Kussmaul's sign is an inspiratory increase in jugular venous pulse. Okay. Keep this in your mind. Kussmaul's sign is an inspiratory increase in jugular venous pulse seen in constrictive pericarditis and restrictive cardiomyopathies, then RVF and RV infarct. Okay, so Kussmaul's sign, you have to know that it is nothing but it is the increase of JVP will be there seen in constrictive pericarditis, restrictive cardiomyopathies, RVF and RV infarct, etc. You will get Kussmaul's sign. Okay, then Frederick's sign. Next sign is regarding JVP is Frederick's sign. It is rapid fall. That means steep Y descent. Indicates for steep Y descent and rise of JVP seen in constrictive pericarditis. So Frederick's sign is nothing but it is the rapid fall. That means steep Y descent, rapid fall. That means steep Y descent and rise in JVP seen in constrictive pericarditis and tricuspid regurgitation. Then abdominal jugular reflex is positive in right heart failure, and normal upper limit of JVP above sternal angle is 4 centimeters. Keep this in your mind. Normal upper limit of JVP above sternal angle is 4 centimeters. Keep this in your mind always. 4 centimeter above the sternal angle. ASN is the continuous diastolic inflow of blood into the greater veins and the right atrium and the right ventricle. So you have to keep this in. Cannon waves are very larger A giant waves usually seen in regular in junctional rhythm and comes in complete heart block and multiple ectopies. These all things you have to remember regarding the JVP. So I just covered something regarding some main questions regarding jugular venous pulse as well as arterial and venous pulses I had just covered. So these are really very short number of questions. You refer much more, and in another instance we will come with another topic. Now, thank you all for your patient hearing. Thank you.